Good morning to all. Hi children, how are you? I hope you are all fine and safe at your home. I am Bhupati from the Department of Commerce, Bharatdasna Metric Higher Secondary School, Arakonam. Now, I am going to teach 12th Standard Economics, Introduction to Macroeconomics. What is economics? Economics is a social science concerned with production, distribution and consumption of goods and services. Economics is a social science concerned with production, distribution, consumption of goods and services. So economics is a social science concerned with production, distribution, consumption of goods and services. This is economics. Next one is, who is a father of economics? Father of economics. Now we say Mr. Adam Smith is a father of economics. This is Adam Smith. He is the father of economics. Why is he called father of economics? Mr. Adam Smith is a well-known person for the concept of gross domestic product and his theory of wage differential and undesirable and dangerous workers to be paid more wages than normal workers. This is a way of attracting people to this question, and Smith's most contribution to economics field in his book An Enquiry into the Nature and Causes of Wealth of a Nation. This is why Mr. Adam Smith is called as a father of economics. Next one is, who is a father of modern economics? Father of modern economics. Anyone of you say, who is the father of economics, modern economics? Yes, Mr. J.M. Keynes is the father of modern economics. Mr. James Keynes is the father of modern economics. This is the J.M. Keynes. He is the father of modern economics. Why is he called father of modern economics? Mr. J.M. Keynes wrote a book about the general theory of employment, interest and money. And then he offered explanation for how to recover from Great Depression while the goods are unsold remain and unemployed workers. That is why he is called father of modern economics. Next one is, who is the father of Indian economics? Father of Indian economics. Who is the father of Indian economics? Rakesh, now tell me, who is the father of Indian economics? Yes, Mr. P.V. Narasimha Rao is the father of Indian economics. P.V. Narasimha Rao. Mr. P.V. Narasimha Rao is the father of Indian economics. Father of Indian economics. Mr. P.V. Narasimha Rao is the father of Indian economics. Why is he called father of Indian economics? Mr. P.V. Narasimha Rao is the former Prime Minister of India. During his period, he reformed so many trade practices. In 1991, particularly, he reformed liberalization, privatization and globalization in his period. That is why he called him father of Indian economics. When we speak about Mr. Narasimha Rao, an important person remained in my mind. He is none other than Mr. Dr. Manmohan Singh. This is Dr. Manmohan Singh. He performed as a finance minister under Mr. P.V. Narasimha Rao in 1991 to 1996. After that, he served as a Prime Minister of India in 2004 to 2015. He is a well-known person for economics in India. The next concept is economics. Economics is a social science concerned with production, distribution, consumption of goods and services called economics. Mr. Ragnar Frisk. Ragnar Frisk. Mr. Ragnar Frisk. Ragnar Frisk. This is a Ragnar Frisk. Ragnar Frisk is a Norway economist. He is the co-recipient of first Nobel Prize in Economic System. He coined the word macro and micro in 1993. Next one is John Timbergen. He is the co-recipient of first Nobel Prize in Economic Science with Mr. Ragnar Frisk. He co-recipient of first Nobel Prize in Economic Science with Ragnar Frisk in 1969. When we speak about the Nobel Prize winners in economics, in India, an important person received Nobel Prize in Economic Science. He is none other than Mr. Amartya Sen. Mr. Amartya Sen received Nobel Prize in Economics in 1998. His contribution to the welfare economics and social choice theory, and for his interest in the problems of society for us members. That is why he received the Nobel Prize in 1998 in the field of economic science. Economics has branches of two. One is microeconomy. Second one is macroeconomics. Micro means small, macro means large. Microeconomics is a study of individual, household, firms in decision making and allocation of resources. This is a microeconomics. Then macro means large. The macroeconomics is a study of behavior and performance of an economy as a whole. The macroeconomy concerned with national income, employment, output and inflation. Microeconomics. Microeconomics is a study about the performance and behavior of individual, household, firms in decision making and allocation of resources. Microeconomics is a study about the performance and behavior of individual, household and firms in decision making and allocation of resources. This is the meaning of economics. Next one is macroeconomics. Macro means large. The macroeconomy is a study about the performance and behavior of economy as a whole. Macroeconomics is a study of economics as a whole, and it is concerned with national income. What is national income? National income means how many value of goods and services produced in a country during a particular time is called national income. Second one is employment. Employment is a contract between employer and employee. A fair wages should be paid to the workers. This is what employment. Next one is the GDP, gross domestic production. How much of finished goods and services produced in the country called GDP. Next one is inflation. Inflation means the prices of a daily used goods are increasing and the money value will decrease. This is inflation. So macroeconomics is a study about national income, employment and GDP and then inflation. This is a macroeconomy. The macroeconomy is also called as a income theory. Next topic is economic system. Economics is a social science concerned with production, distribution and consumption of goods and services. System is a manner in which both individual and institution join together to carry out economic activities in a particular area called system. There are three types of economic system, namely, first one is capitalistic economy. Capitalistic economy. Second one is socialistic economy. Socialistic economy. Third one is mixed economy. Mixed economy. There are three types of economic system, namely, first one is capitalistic economy, second one is socialistic economy, third one is mixed economy. We will see in detail about the economic system. Capitalistic economy. In capitalistic economy, the role of government is minimum and then market determine the economic activities and then each and every individual have freedom to undertake any profession in the country is called capitalistic economy. Then, who is the father of capitalistic economy? Mr. Adam Smith is the father of capitalistic economy. Rakesh, stand up. Now tell me, what are the countries follow the capitalistic system in the world? Okay, now I tell you. West Germany, USA, Japan and Australia. These four countries followed the economics, capitalistic economy in the world. Next one is socialistic economy. In socialistic economy, all the resources are given in the hands of government. The government distribute the all economics. Cut பண்ணிக்கலாம். In socialistic economy, all the resources of the country is given in the hands of government. The government has distributed all economic wealth, income, opportunity to the each and every person in the country in equally. The aim of a socialistic economy is social welfare. This is a socialistic economy. Nanda, stand up and tell me, what are the country follow the socialistic economy in the country? Yes, you are right. Russia, China, Poland, Vietnam and Cuba. These five countries follow the socialistic economy in the world. And then Delhi, stand up. Now tell me, who is the father of socialistic economy? You are right. Mr. Karl Marx is the father of socialistic economy. Mixed economy. In mixed economy, both government and private join together to carry out the economic activities in a particular area. This is what mixed economy. Then France, England, Brazil, India. These four countries followed the capitalistic, France, England, Brazil, India. These 4 countries follow the mixed economy in the world. Then, who is the father of mixed economy? Next topic is circular flow of income. Income means money, flow means movement, circular means circular way. How the money is moving circular way in the country is called circular flow of income. There are 3 models in a circular flow of income. First one is 2 sector model. Two-sector model. Second one is 3-sector model. Three-sector model. Third one is 4-sector model. Four-sector model. The circular flow of income means how the money is moving in circular way in the country. There are 3 models in a circular flow of income. First one is 2-sector model, second one is 3-sector model, third one is 4-sector model. We will see in detail about the 3 models. Next one is circular flow of income. Income means money, flow means movement, circular means circular way. How the money is moving circular way in the country. So circular flow of income means how the money are moving circle way in the country is called circular flow of income. Circular flow of income means how the money is moving in circle way in the country is called circular flow of income. 2-sector model. In 2-sector model, there are 2 agents of economics exist. One is household, second one is firms. Household is the sole buyer of firms. He purchases goods and services from the firm and then he spent entire income on purchasing of goods and services. Likewise, firm is the sole buyer of factors of production for producing goods and services from the households. What is meant by factors of production? The factors of production are land, labor, capital, enterprise. These 4 factors are called factors of production. And then the firms pay the wages to the households. The wages are paid to the laborers, rent is paid to use the land, and dividend is given to the persons who are giving the capital to the enterprise. So these are the 2-sector model. In 2-sector model, the inner flow called a monetary flow. The outer flow is called real flow. 3-sector model. In 3-sector model, there are 3 agents involved in the 3-sector model, namely household, government and firms. The government levy tax on both household and firms. The household pay the tax to the government and then government purchases goods and services from the firms and then firm pay the tax to the government and then the government repay the amount to households in the social transfer. This is a 3-sector model. The identity of the 3-sector model is Y equal to C plus I plus G. Y means national income. National income equal to C means consumption expenditure, I means investment expenditure, G means government expenditure. So national income is equal to consumption expenditure plus investment expenditure plus government expenditure. four sector model. In four sector model, there are four agents of economics exist. One is household, second one is government, third one is firm, fourth one is the rest of the world. The government levied tax on both household and firms. The household pays the tax to the government, and then government purchases goods and services from firms, and then the firm paid taxes for his income, and then government give the money to household for satisfy the needs of the society. In four sector model, the identity of a four sector model is y equal to c plus I plus g plus x minus m. Y means national income, C means consumption expenditure, I means investment expenditure, G means government expenditure, minus X minus M. X means export, M means import. Export minus import, what is the net income earned by the country? This is the identity of four sector model. In reality, there is only four sector model is exists in the country. For your further studies, we attached PPT, study material, question bank, self-assessment test in the description box. Use it. Dear parents, help your children to do their work. Thank you.
ஆசிரியராகிய நான் காலத்தை வணங்குவதற்கு உணர்வுடன் செய்வன திரும்ப செய்து சிறந்த ஆசிரியராக திகழ்வேன். அகம் மற்றும் புறத்தூய்மை கடைபிடித்து